Arowana tank filtration, that's a question a lot of you guys have asked me. So in this video we're going to talk about it in detail. See you on the other side. Hi guys, I'm Rahul and welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about this particular tank's filtration. Previously we had posted a video on how this entire tank was set up. We made a 450 liter tank setup for our Arowana and she's fine now. So a lot of you guys had asked me how the filtration was done, and we had actually made a top sump for this particular tank. We made it out of glass. So the entire tank setup we had shown already in the previous video, which I'll leave a link on top and also in the description. So in this video we're going to talk about detailed about the pump, what we've used, how the water, the top sump which we made out of glass, and then the water comes out into a K1 moving bed filter. So all those details is what this video is going to be. So do watch the video till the end. See you on the other side. So this basically is the plan. So from the bottom left, the pump pumps the water on top and then passes through the sponge area and then passes through biological media and then comes back into the tank through the K1 moving bed filter. So that is the basic idea. This was the whole thought behind making this whole sump. So that is we try to show this in a drawing. So finally, once we made the tank, this depth of this sump is about 6 inches and the width is full width of the tank. So it's about this itself holds about almost 60 liters of water, the sump. And like you can see, we have stuck it with silicone and given supports the bottom, and the main load area is taken on the two sides of the glass. This is where the pump is going to come. There is a reason why I fixed the pump on top. Next you will see the pump what we have used, and after that I will explain in detail why we have kept the pump on top. This is the pump we use. It's a Sunsun HBQ 2500. It's basically 2000 liters per hour output, so it gives us a circulation of almost 4.5 times per hour. The entire water volume passes through the filter, that is the sump on top, the top filter. It comes with two kind of adjustments for the output, and this is a solid heavy duty pump. It's a heavy pump and got very good stability. I've used a smaller version of this in my discus tank, that's why I got a bigger version of the same model. Very nice pump. So the idea of keeping the pump above the ground level is because if you can see, there's an 8-inch gap and that's at a height. So in case there's a pump failure or if the pipe on top comes out, even if there is an overflow or anything, there will be that much of water inside the fish tank. So the fish will not have a problem. So these are all equipments and their failures can happen anytime. So that is why I've always keep, even for my discus tank I've done the same thing where I've kept it above. So in case there's complete failure of a system or there's an overflow or whatever, there will be at least this much height or 8-inch by 42-inch height of water always there for this guy, because it's a big fish, it needs water. So it's like a backup, and these kind of failures can happen anytime, so a backup is always good. So that's the whole idea of keeping the pump on top. So after we installed the pump, we switched it on to just check the pressure and all of that. Now you can see this is the first section. So any sump system has to go to different levels. It has to go from one section to another. So the way you're making the sump is very important. So this is where the media is going to come, and finally the water is going to come out from the top. It's going to come out back into the tank, and we've added a K1 media, so the water is coming out. So in the first section we will be using mechanical filtration, which is your fabric sponge. So that is what is this. We've used this so already, so that's why it's a little brown. So this is where the water comes out. In the next section we are going to be using this commonly seen, people use this in the kitchens, but it's got a lot of layers, so we can use this for the next section. It comes in different colors. So that's where the water is going to be falling through the pipe. So that's where we're going to have this. So this will hold basically all the dirt which comes from the tank. So that's the idea of using this kind of a sponge. On top of it we'll be using this white color. On top of this we'll be using this another white layer of sponge. So this basic section will hold all the dirt and muck which is coming from the tank. So on top of this we are going to add another layer of white, which is going to hold all of it. This basically is used filter, that's why it is looking a little open, because this tank is already cycled. The next section, from here the water is going to come to the next section, where we are going to use little more thicker type of blue color media, which is again a mechanical filter. Difficult to do in this gap, so yeah. We had a very small space, so that's all we could do with the filtration. And on top of this we use a small piece of glass to hold this media so it doesn't come up. It's just kind of a weight to hold it down on both the sides. Basically this media, once water gets in, it kind of tends to come up, so we're just using small pieces of glass just to hold it so it remains tight. So in the next section we'll be using biological filtration, which is a mix of ADA, biourea and a lot of other filter medias, and some clay and lot of mix of matrix and lot of different medias. So that's what is going into the last section before the water goes back into the tank. So that's one. And this is another Neosoft media which we used. This also going there. So this is the last section. So basically in every filtration you should always keep in mind that sponges should be in the first, so all the dirt and muck gets stuck to the sponge, and after that only clear water should pass to the biological media. So that's a very important thing that a lot of people mistake. So as much as sponge if you can have before the water reaches the biological media is very important. Biological media will perform best only when there is clear water passing through it. And so as I said, this is the last section. After that it goes to the holes, where the two holes where the water comes down and falls into the cavern media where the moving bed filtration works. So this is the final section where the water is coming out. So I have given two holes. So this section the water is going straight into the cavern media, which I will show next. Here I have given a backup kind of a thing, so in case there is excess, there is a little bit of blockage, the water will go out from this. So I have given it a little more higher than the cavern output. You can see the difference in the height. So when there is excess water, this is like a backup emergency exit. So maximum water is going into the cavern media, like you can see. So you get maximum motion of the moving bed filter. So hope you guys understood or liked this video. So do drop in your comments about what you think about this video and this particular tank setup. And currently we have 4 more channels. We make videos in 4 regional languages, that is in Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam and Hindi. Links of all our regional channels are mentioned in the video's description. Do check out. All these videos again are going to be made in the regional languages and getting posted individually into their individual channels. Until our next video, bye bye.